Alright guys, welcome to Walk the Talk TV, first podcast, episode 1. We're going to do this starting now.
Welcome to 2021. COVID is over, at least for most parts of the world.
Most parts.
Get vaccinated or get fucked. That's basically what they're saying, I mean, Florida did not close down.
Not at all.
I worked.
DeSantis, you're the GOAT.
I used to work for AutoZone, and we didn't close down for one day during COVID. Nope, we did not close. AutoZone did not close. You could get your parts anytime. It could be a pandemic. You need parts? AutoZone.
AutoZone.
At least I was in there. I mean, be honest. I mean,
not a sponsor.
Yeah.
But yeah, this man's a hard worker right here. Dude goes out his way, does what he has to do. Doesn't really fuck around when it comes to
work. When it comes to work,
for sure. Especially you being in college right now, that's pretty dope. How old are you now? What, 23, 24, right?
22. 22. I turned 23
22.
in August. So
22. Look at that. 22 in
now
school,
that y'all know,
working, living on his own. It's my dog right here, Kane Torrance. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming. This is the first one. I know it's not going to be really as professional as it should be. Obviously, first one, but it's just to have a good time. I just want to feel out people. I want to feel out, the crowd.
It's the crowd. I mean, I'm only one of millions of people out there in the world. So, I mean, my opinion might not be the same as other people's. So,
of course not.
So, I mean,
nobody's opinion is the same.
I think people can share opinions, and that's an opinion. But
oh yeah, of course.
But I don't know,
just can't be biased.
I watch a lot of other podcasts, and every podcast is so different. I mean, unless it's like a group of people, like if you're interviewing let's say you interview 10 dancers,
right?
Obviously, all of them gonna dance, but
it's all gonna be different.
Fighters, UFC fighters, but even fighters in the UFC, they're mostly all unique. So
correct.
If my computer can game.
This.
Yes, leave that in the.
All right, so.
How well does it play games?
My question for you is, with all this dance and everything, this talent that you have. This guy is a good dancer. He's really good. I think he should focus more into dancing. Not only just in dancing, but school. School is the most important thing. Knowledge is power. Definitely have to keep going with that. Can't back down. But I do want to talk about what got you into dancing. To me, you're more of a spiritual dancer. And I feel it every time that you dance. Every time I see a video, I can see you just going with the motion. I remember you talking to me about that one day. Of that whole power and how you feel. So tell me about it.
So I believe dance is an expression through movement. So depending on how I feel, is how I dance. If I feel good, if I'm feeling excited, I'm really jumpy, really powerful, really fast. But if I'm not, feeling so well that day, or something tragic happens, my dance slows down dramatically. So I believe it's true in what you see me do. Like I said, dance is an expression through movement. So I'm always expressing how I feel. Sometimes stuff that I go through too. I believe, COVID, for example, I feel like that affected me, affected my dance. I was expressing myself through, all the hard times everybody was going through. So, I was going through hard times as well. But, I mean, I really started dancing at a young age. Watching movies.
When did you start?
Probably when I was about 7.
Oh, that's actually not
so, not professionally, I would say. But I started dancing when I was 7. And, you hear songs on the radio. I mean, let's see, I was 7 in 2009. No, 7, 2005. Sorry, my math was wrong. 2005. So a lot of music videos was out. A lot of MTV music videos. So a lot of, I guess in my age, there was Snappy Fingers.
Big influencers.
Yeah, and you got the skating rink. You go to skating rink, they play all like the hottest dances, hottest pop culture things. Before Instagram, before social media like really popped out. I don't even remember when. What was that? What was before Facebook? What was that?
MySpace.
MySpace. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even have a MySpace. That's why I can't remember it. But
Why?
like I was really late into just like more of the social media age.
Mhm.
A lot of my friends were always into it earlier than me, but I didn't really have the resources or technology to have that. But 07 I had MTV. I mean, 05 I had MTV. I had. I used to record songs. I had like a CD player with like headphones with like a jack inside of it, and that would have like different albums in it, and I would dance. In middle school, I was on like a couple dance teams. I learned how to do ballet. That was my first real teaching of hip hop. The only thing that really taught me before was YouTube. So YouTube
Facts.
would really like how to do a 6-step, how to windmill, how to do a freeze, how to do a bunch of that stuff. So, but I think I just grew. After middle school, I went to a high school dance team. I did multiple things in high school, and after high school, without being on a team, I kind of went solo and started making my own content. Well, as much as possible. I would take people's classes. Sometimes they would be like, "You want me to record for you?" Or I would ask them to record for me, and I would review that. And I go to a bunch of classes, but I wouldn't post everything. So, you gonna pull it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now.
So,
I'm gonna show you guys right here. See, like this. This I felt that. I ain't gonna lie. That was dope.
There's a difference between like, I feel like my style is really free. So whenever I try to like construct something and choreograph it, I feel a little bit more slower because I have to think about it. Unless I practice it nonstop, like I used to do in high school or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So videos like that, you can scroll down and you can see me, dancing with some of my buddies in town. Shout out to Josh, shout out to Stefan, Darren, Lewis, Tetris. Y'all really
dope.
inspire me. And I post some pictures too. I believe, one of my favorite videos I've done personally is my freestyle to Kendrick Lamar's DNA and his last kind of like verse. So
Which one? Where's it at?
you gotta go back. I think that's already about. Let's see here. There it is. It's the one in my gray jacket, and it says New York on it.
Ah.
Or something.
You look so young there. That's funny.
Yeah, and that video is from 2018. Yeah,
2018.
3+ years ago. So, but it's one of my like kind of breakthroughs in my confidence. This is what I can do.
Fire. I can definitely feel a dramatic impact, in your dancing, especially now. Now you're more of, how before, a little bit younger, I mean, I would be in that age bracket, from like 2018, how you were. We're more energetic.
Yeah.
That's when life wasn't really hitting us as hard. Now it's more of relaxing thing that you just kind of
I can understand.
ease into it, it's kind of like, all right, I don't have to rush, I don't have to be this perfect person with what I'm doing. So now it's more of like, okay, let me just go to my own flow, let me relax a little, let me just try to feel it out, let me try to what I'm saying.
I believe that the more I've grown with dance, I've kind of had more soul. Like at that age in 2018, I was probably about to be 19 or still 18. If it was January,
19,
I
I believe.
think it was between, I forget, but they my growth through dance, like then was like I didn't have as much stories to tell. I mean
Right.
you're 18 unless you really have some really tragic stuff.
Yeah.
I mean I had some tragic stuff happen to me, but it wasn't I guess it wasn't enough to the point where like I would really be able to express soul, like it's kind of true. I mean your age can give you a lot of experience. It really can. You go through different stuff. So I mean,
I believe with age, it's more of a life-changing experience. As soon as you hit either 18 or 19, being out in the real world, generally, once you're out in the real world, it's a whole different ballgame than what you're used to. Coming straight out of high school into learning other people and learning how people are, and learning, different movements in life. What do you want to do? That's the biggest thing right there.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? You can ask somebody in high school right now. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I think I was the same way. I mean, maybe I had an idea. I think when I graduated, they gave me a certificate of something that I wrote, and like I don't know, like in the beginning of senior year, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be I want to be an astronaut. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Everybody has dreams, but we tend to think about our dreams in high school instead of a lot of impactful realities out of high school.
Yes. You said
my expectations. My expectations after high school was honestly still a little bit of like I got time. No. All that time. I mean, I know a lot of people in high school who still struggled with outside responsibilities still in high school. Some people had kids in high school. Some people had, I had tragic things happen in my, outside of, I was a pretty good kid in school, but outside of school, I was going through it was a lot of stuff. So, but I still, I'm really fortunate, and I'm really blessed that I got through high school with good grades. I'm into college now.
That's good.
Which is great. But, just you're right. As soon as you get out of high school, you really start learning a lot about yourself. About other people. You're right. I mean, for me, I think the biggest thing was just like, how are you gonna chase your dreams?
Exactly.
How are you gonna chase your dreams? Like, I wanted it. I was hungry. Like, I was very fierce. I didn't have a car, but I would ask for rides to dance classes. I would work anywhere, everywhere, just to get enough money to go to like a dance class, or finally get my car when I was. I think I finally got my car when I was about to be 20 years old.
Damn, really?
So yeah, I mean, I didn't have a car. I mean, like, I left my parents' household. I basically at 18. So I mean, I was getting up on my feet. There's a lot of things that I had to do to go get a car, but I did it. And it was good. It was great. Eventually, I got my car, and I was able to take myself to dance classes. I was able to go to Tampa. I think I went all the way down to fucking what's the furthest? I took that car all the way to Daytona Beach.
Yeah, we went to Daytona.
I took that to Daytona Beach.
That's how I feel about the EK.
Yeah,
I had a red Civic. I'm working on it currently, but
it's on the monitor. It's on the monitor.
Yeah, it's literally on the monitor.
Yeah, it's.
But
awesome.
That's how I felt. Like I really did not think that I could get that car all the way over there with no issues. Yeah. But hey, sometimes you got to test out your luck. That's the thing about taking risks. You just have to do it.
Yeah, you still got to go through it. Like,
you have to go through it.
There's an 80% chance that your car gonna die. There's a 20% chance that your car won't die.
It'll
take a risk. Maybe you'll make it.
Yeah.
No issues. Yeah. I know new cars right now. Bust a tire. That could be an issue. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That was definitely a fun day.
Yeah. I used to hang out around a lot of like people who had cars. So that was always cool. Like I always used to be like, I love cars. Honestly, like my whole life I've loved cars. I mean, they're great machines.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I was jealous of everybody who had a car in high school. My boy Ronnie, he used to scoop me up in his white 240.
Yeah, the 240
to school, and I was, drop top convertible. He's the type of kid that every time you hang out, doesn't matter how dark it is outside, they got shades on. He's always got shades on. Always the coolest guy in the room. So yeah, but yeah, for sure. Like, I was jealous of people. Did you have a car in high school?
I did have a car in high school. I actually built it. So I bought it from my brother. It was a 2000 Honda Civic Si. And that was my first car right there. I'll actually show you guys. I'll actually show you the whole process because it's crazy.
I've seen this car too.
I went through blood, sweat, and tears getting this car to run properly, make it look okay, and just eventually it just kind of, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I spent so much money on it. I spent so much time to get it to where it was, and it still wasn't running perfectly fine. Obviously, no old car is going to run perfectly fine. But when you're a kid, when you're 16 years old and you have a car that's...
Is that it right there?
Yeah, that's it right there. Look. That you have to put the work in, the dedication, the time, and effort. That was when I ended up putting it in the backyard and I started sanding it down because I wanted to paint it. I ended up doing it. I'm over here like teasing people and stuff, all color and whatnot. I actually ended up painting it with a house roller.
How old is that photo?
This is
May 3rd, 2018.
2018.
That video you saw of me that we just reviewed, my favorite video, is from January 2018.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
damn.
So while I was doing that, you were working on your first car. So I mean,
literally
first car. I mean, I only got a car like maybe a year and a half, almost a year or around there.
Wow.
Until I got my Monte Carlo. So
February 9th, that's when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
February 9th, 2018.
You'd be the person to be like, hey man, give me a ride, bro.
No, believe it or not, I actually had this car here at my brother's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to live at the time all the way in Palmasola. So anytime, and Palmasola is a good 25-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime that I wanted to come over here, I would have to walk, or if not, I would call Uber. So all my money would literally go to car parts and Uber rides everywhere I went. Everywhere.
Yeah, a car,
everywhere.
but you still gotta get an Uber.
Yeah, I had a car, but I was putting money into it, you know, because I wanted to learn. I ended up breaking down the whole motor. I ended up doing, look, I'll show you the before and after. Look how it looked before and after, you know. So it was definitely a whole big experience. I started saving money. I learned how to save money in the process. It was definitely a big game changer in my life. I ended up resanding the whole car down, and I just primered it. All right, let's wrap this up real quick. All right, so I do want to ask you one more question. What would you give? What advice would you give someone that's entering your dance profession?
Work hard and try to take class. Really, try to take class. Any freestyler, it doesn't matter. You know, any style. Yeah, you can learn on your own, but take class. You know, learn from other people. It's an industry where people give each other, you know, advice, and you know, you learn from other people. You learn choreography, styles. You know, that's really all the advice. You know, don't stay in your hometown. You know, learn from the same two people. Go out, go further. Explore. Dance is world. It's a whole world of dance. You know, it's not something that's just like in America. It's all over the world, and everybody dances differently. So, you know, work hard for it. Work hard.
Everybody has the same passion, and you just got to find those people. You also got to find people that are positive in your life and that are gonna keep making you, or keep turning you into a better person, really.
Yeah. Better dancer, too.
Yeah, better dancer. Everything. So, that wraps it up. We're done here. Damn, bro. I always fuck up, man. First podcast, you already know. Subscribe to Walk the Talk TV. It's going to be the first one to, like, the 6 viewers that I'm showing y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you
for coming to our podcast.
The next podcast will be set up better. Everything will be set up better, and it'll definitely be improving from there. So just keep in touch. Stay tuned. Walk the Talk TV. Subscribe. My dog, Lewis. Peace. All right.